Hello Rackpack, Raptor here, bringing you yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Today is episode 6 of Road to King of Games. Let's see if I can make it work. Today we have another new deck for you guys. Last episode I played Yugioh with Mind Scan and I had a really good time doing so. So today we're playing another Mind Scan style deck, hopefully making some good things happen with it. I don't think this is going to be very good, especially since we are now in gold with all of the top decks running around. Neos Fusion is really just kind of throwing a wrench in all of our problems, because we are playing some pretty defensive decks that revolve around stalling out your opponent and then wearing down their resources. So we have like this... And with Yugioh, we were using our flip effects and revival effects to try and just wear down the board. And then with this deck, we're also doing similar things where we're going to try and wear down our opponent's board. Unfortunately, Neos Fusion makes a big board because Neos Fusion itself can protect, and there's just a lot of ways that it creates problems for decks like this. But I want to try it anyway because it's not a deck I was able to use during the prime. This was a very viable King of Games worthy deck back when it was popular, but for now it is not. So let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. And what are we doing? What are we doing? This is Water Destroy. So we have Hammerhead Shark. This is, as I just clicked on it, you saw, this is a free-to-play card that you can obtain from the card trader. It's actually a pretty decent card. I would recommend picking up some of these. Once per turn, you can reduce the level of this card by 1, and if you do, special summon 1 at level 3 or lower water monster from your hand. So this is pretty nice. We're mostly going to be using that with this card here, Oystermeister. And then what happens for this card is if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, except by battle, you can special summon a Oyster token, and that will help make more plays. And so what we're eventually going to do is summon Golden Flying Fish. You could tribute off one other fish monster and then target one card on the field and destroy it. So what we're going to do is have that with hopefully Oystermeister on the field, and then Oystermeister will get destroyed by this tribute effect, and then he will put a token on the field. And then this is not a once per turn effect, so we can actually tribute the token, destroy another card. It actually was pretty powerful back in the day. It was really hard to deal with. It's probably not very good today. Current meta, there's a lot of stuff going around, and then the rest of the cards are pretty much there to protect our monsters. We do have 2 copies of Super Rush Headlong. This is from a mini box, so this is fair game from my budget rule set. We do have 2 copies of Treacherous. Again, even if we're running a ton of traps, Treacherous is just too efficient to get rid of. And then 3 copies of Powerful Rebirth. Powerful Rebirth isn't a mini box. I don't think I mentioned this in our Yugioh video, but it's in a mini box. Blades of Spirits. This is actually the old mini box, so it's even easier to obtain than the newer mini boxes. Mini boxes used to be 80 cards, now they're 100. Don't know why Konami likes to kind of screw us over like that, but you know, it's Konami, we kind of get used to it. It's like one of those, you just get used to the pain, you know, and we just take it. And we like playing Yu-Gi-Oh too much. I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh too much to really quit. But anyway, that's a topic for maybe another video. I don't know, I rant too much about it sometimes, so it's probably just going to be, it would probably just be a video of me non-stop talking. And then we have 2 copies of Wall of Disruption. This is again in a mini box, Servant of Kings. Wall of Disruption has always been a pretty staple card in the meta. I would recommend picking it up. Treacherous is the most important one though. You can find other ways to get, to play these cards. The Wall of Disruptions can be replaced with free-to-play cards as well. If you have, I think I have them down here where they at, Windstorm of Ataqua and Curse of Anubis. It doesn't really get rid of your opponent's monsters or like reduce their attack at all, but it can be useful because most cards have less defense than they do attack, so it still can have similar outcomes depending on what the situation is. But yeah. And then I would probably, you don't need 2 copies of Super Rush. In fact, I'm probably going to put 3 copies of World Legacy Clash. This card is just insanely good, so I think having this is really nice. There's also another card called, I think I have it in here. Nope, not that one. This one. Gravity Lash. This one targets one monster on the field. It loses attack equal to its defense until the end of the turn. This is kind of a okay card you can throw around. It's only a rare card. I forget what box it is, so let's check. Rampage of the Forest. So I think that's a mini box. So we'll save our deck real quick. I think that's another mini box. So that's actually pretty good. Oop, I didn't mean to do that one. Rip. Come on, load the game. What was I? Gravity Lash. So text search. Favorites. Gravity Lash. There you go. How to obtain. So I think Gravity Lash is a decent card. I played it in the TCG a little bit. But it's not as good as some of the other cards we'll be using, so I don't really plan on using it. This is also another one of those old school mini boxes. As you can see, there's only 2 ultra rares and then a bunch of super rares. I kind of wish they kept it that way. Kind of wish they would do a lot of different things, but you know, like I said, we get used to it. So that's kind of the deck. We're basically trying to protect ourselves, utilize the advantage that Oystermeister gives us to just destroy our opponent's cards non-stop. And this is just to help get the Oystermeister from our hands to the field so that we can make plays. You can also use Treacherous Trap Hole with Oystermeister as well. So if you only have one card and you want to deal with your opponent, this would work pretty well. Powerful Rebirth is also really nice because it brings back the Oystermeister. It gives us another 2 destroys. So when this card, or when this deck pops off, it pops off really hard. So hopefully we can get some of those cool plays going before Neos Fusion just OTKs us like crazy, like we saw in the end of the last video. I'm recording this right after I recorded the Yugioh video, so that destruction that Neos Fusion hit on me is still lingering in the back of my head, but it's alright. We got a new deck, new video. That was a one-time thing. He opened pretty good as well, so we're not gonna dwell too long on that stuff. If you dwell too long on this kind of stuff, then that's you don't want to tilt yourself too much. You can make these things happen. It's a card game, so sometimes you have to accept the fact that you might not get a good hand, your opponent might get a really good hand, or all that stuff. Just try your best to make your deck as consistent as possible, and that's kind of why I'm trying to play it like this. I want to show you guys those decks. I want to help you improve that consistency and help you guys climb as much as I can. I hope you guys are enjoying some of these silly, you know, I guess meme decks. They're not necessarily memes. They were good at one point, but I think it's kind of interesting to see how the meta has shifted to where some of these decks that used to be really strong are kind of not great anymore. So hope you guys are enjoying that. If you are, you can always hit the like button and comment below. Let me know what you're thinking of the videos, and if you have any tips or decks that you would like to see. And of course, you know, there's a nice little bell icon next to the subscribe button that you should also consider hitting. Both of those, not just the bell icon. That way, you can be notified whenever I go live, or not live, that's different, whenever I upload a video and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're in Gold 1, Gold Rank 1, climbing up a little bit. Let's see if we can get some really good stuff going. I've never actually used this deck prior to any of this stuff, so this is kind of new for me. I really wanted to build it. Golden Flying Fish, I believe, was I think he's a... I don't think I looked at it, but I'm pretty sure he's a ranked ticket reward, actually. Yo, dude, that fucking game mat is really cool looking. I like it. Alright, so we have 2 pieces, or 1 piece of the combo. Golden Flying Fish. Now we just need the Oystermeister. Man. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Alright, so. Oh, wow, our opponent not really doing anything. There's a Hammerhead Shark. We're gonna set. I'm just gonna go in. Opponent. Oh, he has a Sphere Karibo. That is Sphere Karibo on alert. He's playing U-Bell stuff. Kind of scared. He's wondering if he should actually invest in using that Sphere Karibo. Dude, the U-Bell music though, sounding pretty nice. The U-Bell music was sounding pretty nice. Okay, he sets one face down. Doom Dog. This card is sent from the field to the graveyard. All right. You can only use this once per turn. World Legacy Clash. All right, so we have Treacherous. We don't want to spend the Treacherous. We also want to save our Golden Flying Fish. So I think I'm just going to attack normally into this because this effect's going to go off regardless since it is being sent from the field to the graveyard. I could just... Actually, I'm not going to attack into it. I have Mind Scanned. I can see what your cards are. I know that this is going to send... Or this is going to obtain a really powerful card. Okay, what is that back row? Treacherous. Oh, crap. Alright, there's another Golden Flying Fish. So let's see what he does. He's going to destroy my back row, or he's going to destroy my cards. Yep, there's the Treacherous. Alright, so... What's he going to take out? Going to take out the Flying Fish and one of my monsters. I don't really want him to have any options for plays, so I kind of don't want to actually do anything. I'm just gonna let that go through. So end the turn. Alright, that's his Treacherous. He can't play Treacherous anymore, so that is good. We need our Oystermeister. Like, come on, man. Come on, 13 cards. That's another Treacherous. Oh. Oh, ho, ho. I'm just gonna... Eventually he's gonna get the card he needs, but hopefully I can get mine first. Playing really defensive here. I don't think I want to attack into that, because this is guaranteed he gets plays, and we want to try to avoid that as much as possible. And at least the very least. We want to make it, we're kind of in this top deck scenario, where he has no plays in his hand, and I do have plays, but there we go. That's exactly what we're looking for. He has a Sphere Karibo, remember. So we're going to special summon our Oystermeister to the field. Normal summon. Activate. Tribute the Oystermeister. Destroy the face down. He does have a Sphere Karibo. So, it's kind of unfortunate. We're going to have to force out the Sphere Karibo. I don't think the token actually has anything. It might have been better to hold off on killing that with the Flying Fish effect. Oh, he's playing Dark Necrofear? What? Okay, well, I'm putting in attack mode. Okay, it's a 0 attack token. I didn't know. Like I said, I never played this deck back when it was in its prime, so I'm not super familiar with it. You're going to have to just do one of these, my friend. Thankfully, I do have a trap hole. Trap hole. He might have 2 Sphere Karibos. We're going to turn... Yep, he has another Sphere Karibo. You're going to play another one? Yep, there we go. This guy definitely wailing. Let's see if he has another one. I didn't see a delay. I'm pretty sure he has no more Sphere Karibos in his hand. I should have attacked with this first and see if he accidentally used it. That would have been amusing. But he does now have... So this one, during your main phase, you could destroy 1 card in your hand, and if you do, add 1 during your next standby phase, blah, blah, blah. Okay, after this card is destroyed by effect and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 spell trap from your deck to your hand. You can only use each of these once per turn. I think we destroy this. Because I don't want him to do any of his stuff. I think we just destroy that. Because it does say during your main phase. We do not want him to make any plays. He's going to be able to get the second effect, but as long as he can't bring out a board, we should be good. Oh. Oh, I forgot Necrofear has that weird thing. Okay. Alright. Special summon set must Banish 3 fiend type. I didn't know that Sphere Kaiba was a fiend. Okay. Well, we learn something new every day. Cannot special summon. Let's see. During the end phase of this card in the graveyard, opponent's card this turn by battle or card effect. This card's... I might lose. Waiting for response. See what he's got. Planned. I actually want to activate both of these. Okay, we're going to activate the Wall of Disruption. And I'm going to activate this. I want him to take a ton of damage so that we can just kill him. So he's going to take 1,000 damage, and then we can deal 1,700 damage. So we can just kill him next turn. I think that's the play. So, yep, there we go. We have Powerful Rebirth too. Set our stuff. Oh, we almost... I didn't want to do that. I wanted to switch it to attack mode. What are you doing, game? Well, this is the end phase, so I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. That looks like a ton of BM. That was a misclick. We're fine. No Sphere Kaiba. We're good. we came out on top. I don't know what that deck was. I was expecting like Yugioh, because there's like a Yugioh Ritual Nephesis deck that people have been using, so I was expecting something like that. But it looks like it was just some weird Necrofear stuff. Oh well. We kind of got the idea of the deck. We played it slow. Like I said, they set that card looking for the Necrofear. We didn't want them to get that for free. We wanted to make sure it was a top deck situation. How many Necrofears? So they're only running one of them too, so they had a worse top deck situation. I guess they were playing Yubel as well. I wonder why. Maybe they didn't have this or this in their hand and they had all the Yubel. That kind of sucks. But that's fine, that's fine. We came out on top anyway. That's good. At least we got one victory with the weird fish cheese deck. The memes. So Kaiba, Maximilian Pegasus. You think you can beat me, Kaiba boy? I can see your entire hand. Not really. We don't get to see the hand, unfortunately. What do I play this? What do I play with this? I think there's 1,000 defense. It's not good. I think we're going to summon the flying fish, and we're just going to set 3 back row. I'm going to set the Super Rush because it's the one I want the least. And it's also the one that I can still protect myself with, even if it gets destroyed. So we want to keep the Super Rush. Weird flying fish stuff going on, but I think we'll be alright. Let's see what he's got. So Kaiba, we're in gold now, so I think people are starting to... Yeah, people are starting to get those decent decks showing up. Ice Dragon, what? Or White Knight Dragon, what the heck is that? He can send 2 monsters. I didn't know he could use that more than once. Oh, he's going to swing in, I suppose? He does want to swing in. Do I want a Wall of Disruption or Super Rush? Is there any effects? Sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can target one in either player's graveyard, special summon that target. So we want to use this. So he's going to be losing 800. It's the battle step. If we use the Super Rush here, he would be able to special summon one of his dragons. We don't want that. And if we also use Treacherous, similarly, he would get to do a dragon. Alright, so we got Powerful Rebirth. That's not quite okay. I guess Archbrave works here. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, face up spell or trap cards. Okay. Wait, he can... When another face up monster you control is targeted for an attack. Oh, if this card... During spam, if this card is in the graveyard, sent there the last turn, you can special summon... Ooh, he's got some spicy plays going. Holy crap. When a spell or trap card that targets this card is activated, negate the activation. Does this target? Oh no, Super Rush doesn't target. Oh boy, this is actually kind of crazy. One water type. So we're going to battle. Go in. Turn this on. Declare to battle. It's the battle step. Super Rush Headlong, baby. We target our monster. Dude, people, this is an old school card. Super Rush is so old school. People haven't played this in a very long time. People have not played it in a very long time. Kaiba's like, what is that? Oh boy. Man, he got it. Man, he opened so well. That's like 6 cards in both of his archbrave dragon. Oh, what the heck, man? What the heck? So that's what. Okay, let's think about that real quick, right? So now he has archbrave dragon. So he opened 2 copies of Vanguard because we got rid of one of them, remember? And he opened 2 copies of archbrave. That's so insane. That like, what kind of top deck? Like, are you cheating? Did you stack your deck? 2 of these and 2 of these? What? Why can't I? Oh, I have a trap card in my graveyard? Oh, I used the Wall of D. Rip. Rip. This would be nice if I had, damn. Damn. I could still make some plays. This guy's gonna go back to 1700, so kind of alright. Let's do this. We kind of have to make this kind of like, this play is something we have to do. We can't really. Rip. I should have went the other way around. I'm an idiot. This guy's only good for what's it called? This is a permanent, right? That's a permanent boost. Oh, holy crap. This is a pretty decent deck. My treacherous, unfortunately, isn't working. Used that too soon. Oh, he's gonna summon the archbrave dragon. Yo, you're gonna banish my my face-up powerful rebirth? Go for it. Go for it. I'm pretty sure I lose at this point. There's really nothing I can do. That's all of my monsters. Nothing I top deck's really gonna be allowed to do anything, and I think he might be able to do. Nope. Standby phase. We got the hammerhead shark. Like, at this point, it's just really like stalling out for nothing, because I don't think there's a play that I can make with only 1 card in my hand. I need multiple cards. I could have held on to that and hoped he didn't draw a monster, but he drew a monster, so that would have been game. Let's see if he's got anything. That's a pretty nice no damage thing. Man, the treacherous being in my graveyard, or not being usable, is actually pretty bad. Pretty bad. World Lexi Clash. Alright. That is GG, my friend. That is GG. What an open, dude. Can you really get... How do you get that lucky? To just open multiple copies of the cards you need. That's crazy. Dude, chill. Just end the duel. Oh, he thinks it's a drowning or a wall of D. That makes sense. That kind of makes sense. It's nothing, my friend. Finish me off. That makes sense. I forgot I still had the face down there, so I guess that's understandable. Good on you for playing it safe. Alright, so we got 1-1. Yeah, that guy had a pretty good deck. Can I give him nice, or did I miss that opportunity? I think I missed it. Damn. I like that deck. 3 has Snipe Hunter, the Vanguard. Dude, he only runs 2 copies of Vanguard and he drew both of them. Are you actually... like, what? And then he only has 2 copies of archbrave and he drew both of them. Wow, that's crazy. That's the most insane luck I've ever seen. That's like... the chances of that happening are like almost... they're almost below 10%. I could look up that chance. I kind of want to know what it is now, but I don't want to disrupt the video format. Right, so we got dual standby. Ooh. So we got powerful rebirth, powerful rebirth. This is going to be a very good opening hand. We finally drew our Oystermeister in a favorable situation. See, in so it sounds like this is a very inconsistent deck, which it actually is, right? Because the main combo is Oystermeister, Golden Flying Fish, and that is a very powerful, like that's a very good combo. The reason it was so good back in the day wasn't because it had a good consistent open. It was because the ability to destroy any amount of cards was really powerful. And then it was also a situation in which so this is Pulse Mines. So this is a machine. He can't use Pulse Mines unless he has that face up. So we're just going to clear his board. The reason it was still good, was really good, is because a lot of the back row cards that was running back in the day were incredibly powerful. Right now, there's a ton of back row cards, or like there's a ton of ways around those various back row cards. Select one monster you control, destroy it, and gain life points equal to its attack. Okay, activate. Tribute. Destroy. I think he's gonna do the... Oh, he can't, he's not chaining it. Okay. So this is why it was good. So this, you're gonna see the full power of this combo right now. The full power of this combo. Tribute. We're gonna destroy everything. We're destroying everything. Activate. Special summon it back to the field. And then tribute. Tribute. Destroy. Destroy everything. Bam. And then we get the token on the field, and if we wanted to, we could still keep going. So if they set more cards, whatever they needed to do, we would still keep going. So we got World Legacy Clash to protect this. I'm not going to summon the other Oystermeister because we want to make plays on our next turn and finish the duel in one go. The Clash will protect this guy, and the token will protect our life points, assuming they can't do something fancy. And given that they're doing a Pulse Mines draw, like they're playing Blast Spider. Okay. So okay, negate the spell effect. So we want that. There's the Super Rush. Super Rush isn't gonna matter because we're gonna destroy everything. We also have a Oystermeister in our hand, so I'm gonna destroy the Blast Spider. So like none of these back row cards matter if I can't, you know what I mean? Like they have to have something in their on their field for these to matter. So that's kind of what we're doing here. And we're just gonna end the duel here. Mind Scan coming in clutch. Mind Scan coming in clutch. That's one of the reasons that Mind Scan was taken on this deck type. So you knew exactly what your opponent was playing, and you could just pick and choose to your heart's desire. The Blast Spider, I expected to activate a Despacito Dragon from the hand. That's kind of what I was expecting. And the nice thing is Despacito's effect only activates during the battle phase. So this the main phase destruction that we were doing actually would kind of counter that. And yeah, he was running Despacito, Desperado, whatever people are calling it. And so oh, and it also has to be face up. My friend, did you not read your own card? So if a face up monster that they control, if it's Dark Machine, is destroyed, you can special summon Desperado's Barrel Dragon. And then during the battle phase, it has its own quick effect where you can toss 3 coins and then destroy face up monsters up to the number of heads. Really powerful effect. Just insanely good, honestly. Like this is such a versatile card. There's a lot of Dark Machine monsters. Just running these 6 cards in general in like almost any deck is incredibly powerful and consistent. So, but the thing is, it has to be in the battle phase to do this effect, and we had 3 more destructive capabilities, because I had 1 token on the field, I also had a powerful rebirth to bring it back, so that's 2 more, and I had another one I could summon. So it's actually like 4 destructions if I really wanted to. Thankfully, we recognized that these 2 cards that they set wouldn't be viable, or like they wouldn't be valuable if they had 0 monsters on the field, so we just didn't have to worry about destroying them. They only target their own monsters. So that is it actually for this video. I think that's 3 duels, 2 victories and 1 loss. Not too bad, not too bad. I was kind of expecting it to get crushed. That last duel is a very, very good showcase of why this was so powerful back in the day. Like right now, it's not super relevant because of the current strength of meta decks, but like things like Treacherous, Wall of Disruption, and then additionally they would run like a lot of the people that ran this deck would have a ton of the stall cards that you would see normally. So Paleo, Canadia would be running around, a lot of mirror walls, a lot of floodgates, just stuff to help stall out your opponent. 3 floodgates would actually be the norm for this type of deck, and probably you wouldn't even see the Treacherous. You would just get rid of the Treacherous, run this, maybe more super rushes or something. A ton of cards that stall your opponent out, whatever it needs to be, and all that stuff. So that's kind of the reasoning behind the reasoning behind why this deck was so good. But like I said, right now the monsters are so strong, and some of the back row is also really strong. So it's just really difficult to kind of stall out for that long. Like we saw with the Yugioh, like if we ran into a Neos, we would probably have a bad time. There's a lot of cards. They might open a Treacherous themselves. Honestly, Treacherous itself is just a really bad. Another reason why this deck isn't as good is because of Treacherous. We do need Golden Flying Fish and Oystermeister on the field to run through all of our resources and destroy stuff. So if they just Treacherous both of those cards, there's nothing we can do. Kind of like the Yugioh stuff as well, where we need 2 cards on the field to activate things. Another thing, or very similarly, we need 2 cards on the field to activate things. So kind of rough for the deck to kind of play in current meta, but we made it work, and I'm actually quite happy with it and how it played out. So yeah, that's going to finish up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed some of these like more old school-ish or like older decks that were prevalent back in when I played Duel Links for the longer period of time, just to see what kind of stuff they were capable of. I'm really happy that last duel was such a strong showcase for it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.